Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on Foxy with our Back to Basics series. This time we are doing falling behind in the opening and using basics to come back into the game. Now, we've done this once before. We did it as a DDK. As you can kind of see in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, yeah, right over there, you can see that I am on my 2Q account on Foxy, and we're going to try the same thing. This time I have to be wary of falling as far behind. I did a little bit too far in the first game. The results of that was we almost lost to a DDK. Alright, we have a game where we're white. So we've got Comey. We're going to continue playing as we usually do. He did 3-4-4-4. We'll do 4-4-4-4. Oh, hi, Chinese openings. Hello. So we are going to continue along our merry little way and approach on the upper right hand corner for 4 points. Now I need to fall behind in the opening somehow. That's going to be a little bit tough if we're playing very, very basic Joseki, but we'll find a way to do it. It's okay. Alright, let's give him exactly what he wants. Oh, this will be easy. This will be so easy. All I have to do is approach the Chinese. Easy. So usually with the Chinese variation, you don't want to just jump back into the pincer, because it's a very, very bad idea. Very bad idea. You also don't want to respond to... He almost got it correct. Tell you what, let's poke him into the right variation. I'm just going to jump out. Usually you should attach here and keep him low and get shape. And the reason why is so he doesn't do something like this to you if you just jump out and be stupid. But we're trying to get behind in the opening, so that's what we're doing. I'm going to go here into here to get shape. He now has some 4th line territory here. He's getting some territory here. I don't see what that's going to do, but that's okay. I'll respond to it because he's trying to cut through me. Again, same thing. What? Okay. I guess I can take. Not really sure what that was supposed to do. Now we can play here. So here's the thing. I still don't feel behind in the opening. In fact, I feel ahead in the opening because I could just like cap this and go on a mad influence streak and it would be like just amazing. So what if I give him Sente? What if I play here? What if I play small moves? I'm going to play here into here to intentionally give up Sente, to try and fall behind in the opening, so we can maybe do something? I don't know if it's possible to fall behind in the opening right now. Okay, he did that. He did that. I like this. Are we behind? Is this a when behind game? I mean, he has more solid points now, doesn't he? Because he's got like this, and I've got this. But I'm not sure how much this is worth, you know? They usually captures in the center are worth like, what, 20 points, 30 points, 40 points, something like that? I don't know the right number, I'm sorry. I'm bad at this game. So I think he's ahead in terms of territory. We might be tempted to like pincer here now because of it, but there's no reason to. I can just make this into territory and we'll be fine. Alright, he's knuckling in my corner. I'm going to kick him and keep him out of my corner. He should ignore me and extend again. Almost. Almost. Yeah, I'm going to take some solid points to make up the difference on the board right now, right? Like we discussed that this is territory. So I'm making some solid points to kind of begin shrinking the difference between our two areas. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this. I'm defending here, keep him out of my area, which is really important. I'm on top of his stone. Again, really important. So he can't just like jump out and leave. You can see here, by getting on top of his position, we're also denying him life locally, which is really, really good. I don't know what to do right now. I actually don't. I guess I can just defend the cutting point. Because if you read the cutting point out, we Atari it, and he goes up, he goes over here, we goes here. Technically that's a ko. I don't really want to play a ko in my basic series though. So I might just play here instead. So I will. I'll defend. Technically not Sente. But I'll respond because he's hurting my stone, right? I have to resist. I'm tempted to try to kill him. It's like he's asking me to kill him. But the question is, are we going to attack him? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are. Oh, boy. We're gonna attack him. It's gonna be great. Question is, how are we gonna attack him? I'm gonna play here, threaten the Atari. I like that. Now here's the thing. I'm going to attack for my profit. You can see a huge opening here. You can see a huge opening here. We're going to lean on him to keep what's already his so we can get more elsewhere. This is like one of the fundamental principles on how you can kind of come back from behind. If you find yourself behind in the opening for whatever reason, you're going to notice that they have probably laid claim to more than you. So the question is, can you force them to take what they've laid claim to develop more for yourself? So let's say, for the sake of argument, I threaten to surround him right now. That looks like it's pretty scary. Right? I'm threatening to surround him. Now I've completely surrounded him. But that gives us a wall, right? The question is, what can we do with this wall? Well, I can lean here, threatening to divide these groups apart. And by threatening that, he's keeping the territory he laid claim to, right? However, big however, look at what I get in exchange. In exchange for him keeping what he has, I got to develop. Do you see how that works? Now, of course, they're always going to drop whatever they're doing and try and reduce you. And to be fair, this guy's not going overboard. He's along my sector line, right? And you might be tempted to respond. But if you hover your mouse over where you want to respond, like think about being pushed back like a couple of squares. Like what's the area you're trying to get for yourself? Looks like if we're pushed back to here, we're going to get like 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 15 points. Is that really worth defending right now? You know what? I say it's not. I say it's not worth defending right now. So, having developed that idea, I'm going to go and play here. Because I'm threatening to go into, again, the same thing, the same principle we used over here. Can I invade you? Right? Same friggin' principle. Same friggin' principle. And now look, there's a new sector line. There's a new sector line because of that. Huh. Who would have thought? I'm extending here to sacrifice the stone, not to actually save it. And you can see it's giving us a little bit more of an area here. And so just like that, new sector line. We forced him to keep what he already had. Isn't that cool? We forced him to keep what he already had, and that allowed us to surround his reduction. Now he's in the middle with no shape. Like, I don't know if this is basic or not, and I don't care. This lesson is amazing. You see how we're going after his cutting points? We have a table shape here, so we were nice and strong. Our table shape lends us more and more strength. So we don't have to worry, because there's a cutting point here, so we got Mii. Now we're nice and connected. You see how that works? You see how that works? Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Come on, that's cool. Give it up, you know that's cool. And just like that, only forcing him to keep what's his, we suddenly have an area for ourselves. He gets an eye. Okay. This is why it's important to like wreck the shape while you can, because this was unexpected. I did not expect him to get eye shape here, but he did. He did. I'll be darned. Got to be careful. Gotta be careful. He's trying to kill me. So I'm going to actually play here, which is a little bit weird, but if he plays here, I can play here and falsify it, so it's fine. Same thing here. If he plays here, we can Atari, so we're okay. You have to admit, this textbook example of how to give them what they want and come ahead is pretty cool, right? Wasn't that a pretty cool lesson? I think it's a pretty cool lesson. I like this video. I'm not sure if it's basic or not, and I don't actually care if it is at this point, because I think this was a really great textbook example of just like giving them what they want. When you think maybe you're behind, you just give them the territory, and then you develop something out of nothing. Just because they wanted to keep what was theirs, you got something out of it. I'm gonna go ahead and play here. Cut that off. It's important. Not sure if I'm safe here in the bottom right. I'm just gonna go ahead and defend because I think maybe I'm surrounded. I don't really see a good shape. I'm undercut here, so we are defending. A pro would probably look at this and be like, you don't need to do that. You've got like a what? 4, 8, 12 point eye space, maybe more. You were fine. Even if they pushed here, you just fall back and then you have a great eye shape. But maybe we're not so certain, so we're gonna be careful, you know. So he's trying to cut us off right now. You can kind of see what he wants us to do. So let's go ahead and connect like so. There's nothing here. So we can do endgamey goodness. Endgamey goodness number 1 is going to play here. No reason to harass anything else. We're just going to maximize our points in the corner and lessen his points everywhere else, really. I can do this for endgamey goodness. I can do this for endgamey goodness. We're looking for Sente. Sente. Where are them large Sente points? Taking this would be a huge endgame boost. I think this isn't necessarily endgame because if I push, he ignores me. I push up again, he blocks. Nothing there is really going to get hurt. So I don't view that as being potentially endgame right now. Well, it is endgame. That's a stupid thing to say. It's not large enough. Maybe this is larger. Because if I play here, maybe he plays here. And then that's going to be a thing, right? So we're just going to go ahead and play this one. Okay. Maybe here? Because I have the Atari? Maybe here for the same reason? Okay, technically that was a ko. I'll show that in review. Not sure what else to play, really. I'll give up Sente. Gonna go ahead and turn. There's Matari here, so he's probably gonna answer it. I'm gonna play here because he's probably gonna answer. No, I should play. You even saw what I was about to say. Like, I should play. Oh snap! So we're gonna do a bit of a sneaky thing here. We're gonna push once. He's gonna Hane. That lets us descend 2 space or 1 space, because if he cuts through here, we kill these 3 stones. We can Atari here and go into a tiger's mouth, which lets us keep all of our stones. I won't do it. Nah, he just played too fast. I never like winning games or getting an advantage just because they just played like one thing. And the difference is like really small. It's not like he had to play this and I was like gonna get lots of points in exchange. It's like, no, if he defended like he was supposed to, I would have gotten an extra 2 points reduction or whatever. I'm not gonna kill like all of those stones over 2 points. I don't really care. End gamey. End gameus. He can play here, it's fine. The Ataris means he takes, that's fine. I'll go ahead and end this one. So I have nice large coordinate because of the end game I got here. I have like 3, 6, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that right there is 15. And then we've got 4 there. So now we are at 19. Well, are we? Yeah, he can't end us there. So about 20-point corner, which is really great, especially since whatever, I'll play here for defensive purposes. So I mean, that plus Komi, you have to think that's like 26-point corner right now. That's amazing. That's huge. Like, where does he have 26 points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. Yeah, like this right here. This right here equals my corner. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. I'm never sure about this one. Should I play here? Because I have to play it regardless, but if I play here, I might as well, right? I don't think I lose anything from playing this one. Or I should play it now, because I have to play it anyway, so there's no point playing this one, right? I think so. That's how that works, right? Yeah. And then you can push here. That's a couple of points. 1 or 2 or something like that, I don't know. We have this for a point? No. Sorry. That is mine. Do I need it though? I probably did. Alright, so we have 1 point here. 1 point here. This doesn't matter as far as I can tell. 1 point here. No, sorry, 2 points. He pushes and I'm backed. I get he. No, it is 1 point because I can't never Hane. Yeah, okay. Ooh, but I could do this one. Oh shoot, that would suck. I can go here and kill. I'm not gonna do it. I'll play this one though. We don't push down because then I get Atari and then he plays here for 2 points. Yeah, that's better. Because I play here, it blocks. He blocks, or he plays here and I block. So you have to count this stone, and this stone is potential for how many points this is worth. So this is 1, 2. 2 point Gote. He resigned at the end of the game. So weird. But alright, thank you very much for the game, sir. So I want to go over this game again really quickly, because I thought that was like a really great lesson. And it was so textbook too. Also, follow up, if you want to avoid him getting a large area here off a Chinese variation, play on the left side. Like, even if you play here, it's going to make it harder to reduce. You could also play old school get him to enclose here and then back off. It's not done nowadays in professional games. There's many new variations they play out instead of this kind of thing, but it's still pretty nice and straightforward, because if they don't know good direction of play and play here, for example, then you've threatened to get an enclosure with an extension that's a base, so even like a pincer back in here isn't really going to hurt you because your extension stone is nice and strong. So we can play here, which is, hello. We probably aren't going to pincer from this variation, because this is Gote, and we're not happy with this. Like, do you really want to keep defending this area? You see how small that can be? We don't like that at all. So we don't really have to invade this area. We just reduce, 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 reduce. And then suddenly you can see this area is not worth fighting over. So why did we even develop it? I don't even know. So instead we're probably going to play something like this. Because now you can see there's a lot more potential territory than that little other variation. Because the side's now anchored to the corner. That's usually what you want. Oops, wrong button. There we go. But we approached here to allow him to expand. We backed off. This should have been here for a better variation, but that's okay. He played this, which he clearly just doesn't like this this invasion. I'm guessing is why he played that. Which there's no reason not to like it. I mean, if I invade, seems okay to me. I take a stone. I've yet to see the danger here. It's like, this is my potential now, and there's still Aji in the corner. A little bit. Not a lot, but a little. We can play something like this. Oh, hello. There's like this, and there's still this. So there's Aji here. There's Aji here. You have to be careful. This we usually play here. This is the correct move, because now what's going to happen is he threatens to come out, or to connect. I say no. He comes out. I jump up. He threatens to cut through me. I say no, and he connects. So this is the variation that he was looking for. This variation, believe it or not, is a little bit better than the other one that was at play in the actual game. Because here, at least, I have Sente, and I have some shape. Yeah. That you never play. If he plays here, I mean, I can play there. But you can see I'm in trouble now, right? And now, ideally, we'd want a stone here, because if he had a stone here, all he'd have to do is play this one, and now he has Sente to play elsewhere, right? So you see how that works together? If this start point was at 7, he could ignore this because it's a large knight. We're pretty well connected from here. So you could just keep growing. He can approach my corner. You can do whatever he wants. You can do all of it. You could do all of it. Who knows? Who knows? Instead he played here, so we could just play this one if we wanted to, and at that point, I mean, this is not a good variation for black anymore because he's kept low. I'm getting shape really quickly. It's just not good. But this was a little bit better. We have a steak. Now we made something for ourselves here. He can ignore us, or he could respond to us and protect his territory. Either's completely fine. But clearly, he got way more here and way more here than we did, right? So we feel behind at this point. And then he did this, which didn't make any sense. Now you might say, well, why didn't he just push through? And he didn't push through because that's an Atari, and then that's an Atari. So we connected, and then I had Sente, which I gave back to him, which I thought might be a mistake, but that's fine. He played here. He should play here right now. I'm going to defend, And we don't even have to play this move. We just keep playing larger points. Maybe here. Try and attack my group. Completely acceptable. Maybe play this one into, I don't know, cut me off first, then attack it, see where it goes. Completely acceptable. And this way we're probably not going to get a large area like we did in the actual game, because he's keeping us from growing already. Instead he did this. He invaded. He's not trying to attack us. He's not trying to grow his area. He's worried solely about us, which allowed us to not care about him. We're just going to keep trying to grow ourselves. You see? We just go and surround, because Go is all about surrounding things. No, we could have tried to kill it, I grant you. We could have tried to kill it. I mean, it's not that hard to be honest. If I had just played here, for example, he runs out of forcing moves. I could play a surround right now. Yeah, I could play a surround here if I wanted to. It's going to be hard to come out. Because he only has one eye down here, right? I mean, there's some Aji back in here. Not enough to get an eye, though. So this is where his hopes and dreams are going to lie. And that is exactly what we're going to crush. Yeah, this is going to be a really tough battle for him, trying to get out of here and not die. Yeah, we leaned on him, gave him what was already his. He tried to reduce us with Tengen. Those of you who attend my streams regularly know my opinion on Tengen. We played here. He should defend himself and just accept any kind of reduction that I'm going to do to him here. And then that's also fine. In exchange for trying to grow an area, we got to invade an area. That's actually pretty good. Now he has to live. He has to be very careful because his shape here is disgusting. If he's not careful, he could wind up dead because this is a dead shape. Right? There's no way to live here. This isn't Seki, because if we remove these liberties, and we remove these liberties, he can't connect. And even if he could, sorry, and even if he could, that's still a dead area. Here, again, his last chance. There's no reason to care about what I'm doing here because of the Atari. I gave him that opportunity. Instead, what I should be doing is seeking to surround him, maybe do one more shoulder hit into some kind of a surrounding move. Instead, I gave him an opportunity, and then we just surrounded him. And I like that. I like this game. This was really, really straightforward and easy to follow, I think. It might not have been the most basic of ideas, but it was too good to pass up. It was way too good to pass up. So hope you'll forgive me if this game wasn't completely basic, but I do like showcasing this idea of gaining profit by giving your opponent what they've already said they wanted. I know that's not the style that's currently in right now. That style kinda sorta died with Lee Chang-ho's Fall from Grace, but it's still a really, really cool style. Still works, especially at the amateur level. And you can give it a shot. You'll be surprised. People usually will defend what they said they want. And when they do, you can pick up some stuff here and there. Give it a shot, see how it works out. Let me know how that goes for you in the comments down below. If it's working for you, if it's not working for you. You've got a game that really showcases it in your own games. I go over games on Wednesday. You can drop by the stream and have a take a look at it. Anyway, till next time, this has been another one of my basic videos. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.